Today we are going to show you guys how to make the halo on one of these lights actually the blinker. What you're going to need is a 5-pin relay. It took us a little while to get it figured out, but I'm going to go real quick with you just to explain it. The power goes to pin 30, which from the back of our halo is the red wire. Now the ground is actually going to be going to pin 85. And you want 2 wires, or at least for our setup, I'm gonna have it's basically teed. So this wire right here is just gonna go straight to the negative. So on the parking lot wires for our setup, this is actually what it's gonna plug into, and that's gonna be the negative on it. I'm gonna show you guys on the battery just so you can see exactly how it works. The power itself is going to be 87A, and I've rigged it up so you guys can see, but on ours it's the red wire. Now, the yellow wire here, which is pin 87, not 87A, that one doesn't do anything. So you can wire nut that, you know, just get it completely out of the way. And the white one for us is pin 86. That is actually going to be a positive. So when you turn on your turn signal, this is what this wire is going to be going to, is pin 87. That's what's going to turn it on and off. So just to demonstrate real quick.
So yeah, the white wire will connect to the green wire on the parking light assembly, which turns the blinker on. And I'll show you that.
So that wire there. So normally, with the car on, that's how it would be. But if you have everything correct, once you turn on the turn signal, it's gonna actually shut it off. Oh, helps if I have a good connection on it. So with the turn signal on, it's going to be sending a electrical pulse each time to turn the bulb on. But it's actually going to be doing it in reverse for this setup because it's already on. So it's actually going to be taking away power, and then once it sends power to it, it's actually turning it back on or off. Either way, when it sends power, it'll look a lot like this. And that's exactly how you get it to work.
I picked up a pack of these, which come with, they're supposed to be watertight. So the relay itself looks like this. And I had it to where I got the relay and the harness with wire leads coming off of it. That way it plugs straight in, and then I just have to run wires to the wire leads. I got a pack of 4 for less than $10. Kudos to Tyler for figuring it out. What we're gonna do now is we need to hook connectors up to these 2 wires coming off of the headlight. I'm going to use these watertight connectors here. As a male and female, they plug into each other. Just so I can disconnect if I ever have to take the light assembly out. It's easy to disconnect it. And you're going to put your wire in here and then crimp it down. I'm going to take my red wire that I have to run. I'm just going to hook to this red wire on the headlight assembly. I'm going to go ahead and put the male part, the male connector on here. Crimp this down. I'm just going ahead and plug that in. I'm going to plug the black one in. Make sure we run these with the other ones. I'm actually going to run these under like that. And I'll zip tie everything together. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put some heat shrink on the ends of the connectors so no water can get through, even though it says these are watertight, but just to make sure. My relay is going to go right here. It is going where one of the airbag sensors used to go. And what I have is the flying leads that plug directly into the relay. So how I'm doing it is when this plugs in, I'm running it up through the hole where the side marker light comes out of. So the wires are going to come through this hole here, and I'm going to run them with the side marker light up, and they're going to hook into here, and then the 2 that we just did in the back of the headlight. So let's go ahead and take care of these 3 and whatever needs to run down to the relay. I'm going to cut this connector off. If you're running your normal parking light, all you'd have to do was splice into this connector, so you could cut it in half and then make sure you put it in with the other wires, but I'm just going to cut it off because I'm not using the normal lights, so I don't need it, but I am going to give myself room to where if I run the normal lights later, I have this connector. Now that I have the connector off, I can splice these wires. So our green wire, we're going to splice into this yellow wire that I have, and it's going to go into the white wire on the flying lead. I know, confusing, but I only have a certain color of wires. I'm going to use these little heat shrink butt connectors that have solder in them, and all you have to do is heat them up and they work great. So far anyway. Then we're going to take this red wire and hook it up to this red wire to hook up to the red wire on the relay. And again, we're going to use one of these butt connectors. It's the black. It's going to hook up with the black wire off the relay and off of the headlight itself. That's now the yellow wire going down to the relay. Connects to this white wire on the relay itself, which is, if you didn't have this kit, it's pin number 86. Now we're gonna hook pin number 87 with the red wire coming off of the parking brake light connector. So this red wire is going to hook to pin number 87A, which on our relay harness is the red wire as well. So what I did was put a piece of heat shrink on the wire, and then I'm just heat shrinking this again since it's going to be under the car. Don't want to take any chances of it, you know, getting too hot or breaking, or if something rubs on it, it has a little bit more of extra protection. And I'm also going to electrical tape all of it. So now we get the headlight, run the wires down off the headlight the two that we hooked up, and then we'll be ready to hook the rest of them up. The red wire, the positive wire coming off of the headlight assembly, I have hooked to another red wire, and that is going to go on the blue wire on the relay harness, which is number 30, pin 30. Don't forget to put your shrink wrap on if that's what you want to do. So now we're going to hook up the two blacks. The negative black coming off of the headlight assembly, and the black negative coming off of the parking light connector. And we're going to hook that to our black flying lead, which is pin number 80 on your relay. And you're just going to hook all three of these together, and then we'll be done. So now that you got all of these done, you can hook it up to your relay, put your relay where you originally had it, tighten it down, tape everything up maybe, and then your light should work. And I'm going to do this on the other side. I read somewhere that possibly you can hook both up together on the lights, but I'm not sure with it being an HID and them being more powerful than most lights, if the relay could handle that. So just to be safe, I'm just going to do two individually. Basically, I have the wires running down. I taped everything. I got my two wires here. That connect to the two wires coming off of the headlight assembly, and then as well as the main headlight harness. So I taped everything, ran them down, bolted the relay here. I got my harness there, zip tied it through the hole. And then I have my side light right here in my hand, and that'll plug in. It's perfect to the side light marker. Perfect length. Got everything tucked up. I think it looks good. Everything's taped up and wrapped up. I have the zip tie here that goes through a hole and it holds that tight. I mean, you can't even move it. Thank God for zip ties. So I'm gonna do the same thing to this side. I think this turned out really good. I like it. Everything's ran perfect. It's all organized, and really the only thing you'll see are these wires here. But again, I've never done this before. I'm not a professional, so do this at your own risk. Definitely, if you do it in the car, make sure you unplug your battery. Yeah, that's how you guys can make your halos a turn signal. You can do that with pretty much anything on the car. You could do it with your slide marker light and whatever. Let me know if you have any questions. I've never done this before. Tyler and I figured it out this morning. It's something that I wanted to do since I'm taking these parking lights out. I really wanted to have a turn signal for my lights are on so people know that I'm turning in the front. So this was an easy way to do it. I'm not running any lights at all here, so I really wanted to have something. So I think it looks cool. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, if you think it's awesome, give us a like. If you don't, I don't care. Give us a dislike. Doesn't matter to me. But yeah, so it was a cheap and easy fix. I got 4 of these for $10 with the harness, which is nice. And you could definitely not have to run all these extra wires. You could put the relay where you wanted it and hook it up directly to the turn signal thing in the light itself. It's just up to you. I just wanted mine to be hidden, and that's what I got. So yeah, later guys.